This is LBC from Global, leading Britain's conversation with James O'Brien.
7 minutes after 12 is the time. If that sounds a little late, it's because it is. But well done in the meantime to everybody who did something I should have done towards the end of that last interview, as Zonka explained the motivation of Elon Musk. Lord Farquaad from Shrek should have sprung to mind. Did for you, didn't for me. My bad. But Mystery Hour is upon us, your weekly opportunity to achieve the sort of satisfaction not ordinarily available anywhere else on your radio dial. If you have a question, then somebody else has an answer. So tell me what the question is and we'll find out hopefully what the answer is. There is a prize for the favourite contribution of the week. Unfortunately for you, the management's decision is final. I get it. I choose it. And it is a Mystery Hour board game. A brand spanking new, shiny Mystery Hour board game. You can find the full terms and conditions for the competition at lbc.co.uk, and you can find out more about the board game at mysteryhour.co.uk. We've flogged a few books there for Zonka, judging by the number of people messaging me to tell me that I've certainly got rid of some audio books as well. I mean, it is an extraordinary piece of journalism that you may have been across elements of, but the book at times reads like a thriller as well. 7 a.m, what the hell is going on? The ringing turns into pounding. Halfway to the door, he hesitates, moves to the window, peers out. His stomach drops. Tesla has found him. That's the experience of the whistleblower that Zonka was telling us about a moment ago. But here we go. 9 after 12. Mystery Hour is upon us, and I don't think we need to beat about the bush, or any bush, any further. Chris is in Hemel Hempstead. Chris, question or answer?
It's a question, please, James.
Carry on, Chris.
So, I was diving in the Mediterranean last week, and I've been fortunate enough to dive and snorkel in the tropics, in the Barrier Reef and Fiji. And when I was there, in the tropics, the fish, you're diving every colour of the rainbow. It's beautiful. Yes. When I was in the Mediterranean, not so much. And when I've been in the water and fished around the UK, they're just really dull, brown and grey. And I was wondering why, in the tropics, the fish are so colourful compared to when you're not in the tropics.
I mean, isn't it obvious? Is it not obvious? Is it obvious? Isn't it obvious?
Oh, well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question.
It's camouflage, isn't it? I mean, the seas get less colourful as coral, that beautiful coral reef, all the colours of the rainbow appearing there. So if a fish wants to hide in it, it needs to blend in with the background. You get to the Mediterranean, it's a bit greyer, a bit duller. So the fish that are less likely to be predated, the ones that survive.
I don't know, but I would have thought, being a bright colour, you might used to be predated, aren't you?
Not in the tropics. Because of the corals, I may be overreaching a bit on the corals when I just say it's because of the corals. Yeah. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But cast your mind back to when you were in the tropics, and forget all about the fish, and tell me how colourful it was.
It was very colourful.
There it is then. Bing, bing, bing. Correct answer by me. Don't you think? Don't you think that is an evolutionary survival technique?
You may be on the money, James.
I think I am. I might take a round of applause on that. In fact, I'm going to. Round of applause for me, please, Keith. Thank you, Chris. No qualifications whatsoever, except a passing acquaintance with evolutionary science. And that, I think, is often the most likely answer to why animals are different, why similar animals are different in different environments. Oof. If I'm wrong, Steward's inquiry it is on 0345 60 60973. Has this fella, asks Bruce, talking about Chris, seen Finding Nemo? I did find myself thinking about that as well, but I couldn't remember what the film was called, which takes us back to the second topic of yesterday's show. Lexi's in Manchester. Lexi, question or answer?
It's a question, please, James.
Yes.
I was watching the football last night, and I was wondering why the women had their first names on their jerseys more than their surnames on their jerseys. Some of them had surnames.
In the Germany-Spain game?
Yeah, the Spanish.
Do our women do that?
No, they've all got the surnames on.
That's what I thought. Did the Germans do it, or just the Spanish?
I only noticed on the Spanish, because my first name is Alexia, and that was on the back of their shirt.
Could it be... I'm doing it today, aren't I? And it sometimes gets on people's nerves when I try and answer everything myself. But quite a lot of Spanish surnames are very long.
Possibly.
That could be it.
But a couple of them had the surname on, not the first.
Are they short surnames?
I didn't notice that.
Well, I mean, not to make...
Lopez was on, I think, was on.
Pretty
Tina
short.
was on.
Pretty short. I think the answer might be, if the surname fits on a shirt, you go with the surname, but if it doesn't, you go with the first name.
Okay. Oh, does that work in male football? Because you only tend to see the surname on there.
Spanish ladies' names are longer than Spanish men's names.
Okay. I'm not convinced.
You're not the only one. But I think the germ of the correct answer must be. And does Lauren James? What does Lauren James have on her shirt?
No, she has James.
She does have James on it, does she?
Yeah, I've never noticed it in any other. I've watched loads of the games. I've only noticed it with the Spanish.
Could be very common though. There could be a relatively small number of. Virgil van Dijk has Virgil on the back of his shirt, doesn't he?
Possible.
Well, maybe they're just allowed to choose whatever they want. Anyway, I'm certainly not giving myself a round of applause for this one, but well spotted. Brazilian players do it as well a bit. I don't know. Can you have whatever you want on the back? Can you choose? Does a player choose? Why is it different from country to country? Lexi, thank you. 12:13 is the time. Alex is in Enfield. Alex, question or answer?
I have a question.
Carry on.
Okay, so if you give your right foot a massage, and you properly dig your thumbs in, like properly good massage right into the soles, then. So say it's your right foot. If you compare your right arm with your left arm, your right arm will be longer, like 2 or 3 inches longer than the left arm.
2 or 3 inches?
Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What to say it like that? Like, yeah, everyone knows this except you. So you've stretched your right arm. I don't think it's got anything to do with massaging your foot.
It's something to do with releasing the tension.
In your arm? Or in your by massaging your foot?
Yes.
It's not just stretching your right arm, because it's quite a strenuous exercise to do to massage your foot in that fashion.
Well, this is why I'm on Mystery Hour. I'm after an answer.
All right, clever clogs. I'm questioning the parameters of your question.
Okay.
Apart from yourself, have you conducted any research into this?
Have I massaged anyone else's foot?
No. Have you asked anyone else to massage their own foot and then perhaps measured their arms afterwards?
Well, I was told this. I went to an evening class for not foot
This
massaging.
is turning into a Tony Hancock sketch. Go on, what happened at your evening class?
All right, so it was at a drama school. I don't know if I can name the drama school in London.
Of course you can.
Okay, so Central School of Speech and Drama. It was an evening class for voice for performance.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it was great. I would highly recommend.
What are you trying to say?
Well, there are options.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so, and then the teacher told me about this. She said, right, because it was one of the techniques for getting your voice, for some reason, releasing the tension helps the voice, and it's all connected in weird sorts of ways. And then she said, compare your arms, and then she was right. It was like one arm was longer than the other half who massaged one foot.
Well, I can't test it now because I'd have to take my shoes off and everything, and I'd probably headbutt the microphone. I'm
not going to say get Keith to do it.
Well, he could do it, couldn't he? Why not?
Well, not your foot. He could do his own.
No, I know. Why is he saying he said no? Why has he said no?
Well,
no, you don't know why he said no. I'm talking to him at the moment. I admit that wasn't immediately clear. I admit that wasn't immediately clear, for which I apologise, Alex. But 2 or 3 inches seems like a lot.
Well, they say that.
It's all relative. 12:16 is the time. You're listening to James O'Brien on LBC. So I've done the fish, but you can have a steward's inquiry on that. And if you massage your foot with your right arm will end up a couple of inches longer for a while, apparently. Why? It's 12:16.
Mystery Hour on LBC with James O'Brien.
It's 12:18 and you are listening to James O'Brien on LBC. How many people are or have just tested out Alex's theory, I wonder? I wonder who has done it in the least appropriate situation. If you were on a Zoom call or something and you thought, I might just be able to get away with this without anybody noticing what I'm doing. There we go, just giving my foot a massage. And now I'm just going to see how long my arms are. Problem is, you'd need a mirror for that, wouldn't you? Do you want to hear something almost unbearably middle class? Okay. The first time I did Pilates, my body. But she showed me. So I looked in the mirror before, and I had one shoulder higher than the other. And then I did an hour of Pilates, and my shoulders were level again. So, you can do sort of meaningful changes physiologically by doing certain exercises, but whether or not that is one, I do not know. And if it is, then I want to know why. A couple of phone lines free, actually. I don't know what happened there. 0345 60973 if you've got a question of your own, or if you can answer Alex's, or you've got a steward's inquiry on the fish question. John is in Fleet. John, question or answer?
It's another question, James.
Carry on, John.
It's another football question, unfortunately.
Why is that unfortunate? Can you come off speakerphone, mate? Get yourself off speakerphone if you would. There's a reason why they tell you that. They don't do it for fun. Carry on, John.
I wasn't on speaker. I was on headphones.
Okay.
I've taken those out now. Is that better for you?
Much better, yes. I can hear your voice in all its beautiful complexity, John.
Excellent.
What's your question?
So, just sort of northwest of London, there's a place called Boreham Wood, I'm sure you've heard of.
Yeah.
And Boreham Wood is all one word. But the football team from Boreham Wood is Boreham Wood. It's two words.
Ah.
Why is that?
Ah. Any theories?
It would be a bit like your sort of Kidderminster being known as Kidderminster Football Club, not Kidderminster.
I like you're
Club.
doing a little Harold Pinter tribute act here with your pauses, aren't you, John?
Sorry.
No, I like it. I mean, it changes it. So Boreham Wood is two words for the footy and one word for the place.
Yes.
I've never I have never ever clocked that before.
I've no idea why.
How long is... Well, obviously you haven't, otherwise you wouldn't have rung mystery out.
Yes, hopefully there's a Boreham Wood fan listening that can give us the answer.
We play... I don't think I've ever been to Boreham Wood.
Have you not?
We were in the same league in 20...
Couple of seasons ago, you went down the same time as them,
that's exactly right. They beat us at home and we drew, I think, away.
I wouldn't be able to go into that much detail. You're better than me.
I just Googled it, and I'm allowed to Google it because I'm not trying to answer the question. I was just trying to remember when we last played Boreham Wood. All right, you're on. Yeah, that is quite strange. I like it, actually. Why is it Boreham Wood, two words for the football team, but one word for the actual place? 21 minutes after 12. It may be, if I were to speculate, it may be that it was originally two words, and the town name changed for ease of communication and signage or whatever, and the footy team stayed the same. I don't know. Thank you, John. Robinson is in Richmond upon Thames. Robinson, question or answer?
Question.
Carry on.
I was wondering why when we get cold, when the weather is very cold, we do, I think it's called horse lips, like... Because rubbing your skin makes sense to get your temperature up. Yeah. But what's the evolution advantage of doing that?
I think you might be the only one who does it.
No, you can look into movies, sports.
Brrr. You go like that. You go brrr.
Yeah, you go like brrr.
No, you don't. You don't do brrr. You go brrr. You roll your tongue. Brrr, not brrr.
Well, I've seen it in movies, and myself I've done the lip.
I think you're doing it wrong, mate.
In the movies as well, then.
What movies? What movie?
I don't know.
It's not fair. It's not a fair question. Name the movie now, or I will call you a liar.
Exactly,
it's not that kind of it. Really? Well, I mean, any friction would create a bit of warmth, wouldn't it?
Sure, but I mean, rubbing your skin, it makes sense, and in evolution, it works, but
that works as well. I mean, it's friction. It would work in the same way that rubbing works. It's as if you're rubbing one lip with the other lip. Hello to everyone who's just tuned in at that precise moment, isn't it?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's going to warm you up.
Sure, it makes sense, but not as much, and it doesn't. Do you really think it will warm the air that is coming through your mouth when you? Why don't we then rub the nose? The air comes through the nose.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of questions here, Robinson. I'm going to try and get you an answer. I'll try and get you an answer. Why do we do that? I mean, I've never heard it called horse lips before.
What's the name then? But you know what do you call it when people do like then when they're cold?
I don't know. I mean, horse lips works. I wondered if it was a translation from another language when you called it that, but it wasn't. It was just a sort of improvisation of your own.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It's not an idiom. Is it a Spanish idiom, perhaps, or something?
Yeah. Well, no, actually not. But
no.
Yes, I speak Spanish, but no, we don't say. No.
You don't say horselips, or what would be horselips in Spanish?
Labios de caballo.
That was a Spanish one.
Yeah, I could hear the accent, the difference in the accent.
I don't know. I don't even know what the question is, but if you think you can answer it, 0345 6060 973. A quick shout to Callum, who I think got to the joke a bit quicker than I did when I said hello to everyone who's just tuning in at this precise moment. He just wrote, James, what's happening? Which is a very fair question. Chaz is in Burnley. Chaz, question or answer?
Hi, James. It's a question, please.
Carry on, Chaz.
Okay. When an insect is on a vertical wall, not moving, if it unfortunately passes away, does it drop to the floor straight away, or does the magic of its suction power remain for a certain amount of time?
Well, I mean, you'd have to be a fly on the wall in the room where it happened.
No. Boom, boom.
I'm here all week. Try the veal. So if a fly dies while walking up a wall, does it...
It's stood on a wall still.
Yeah, all right. Does it stick to the wall, or does it drop off the wall?
Yeah, or how
does
long
it fall off its
wall
perch?
for? How long's that?
Well, you're only allowed one question. You're only allowed one question. I think it would. I think it would stick because it's a substance that makes.
How long for then?
Oh, wow, I don't know.
We're getting this question a bit narrower now, eh?
You are. You're focusing in like a laser on this one. This is a forensic mystery. How long does a dead fly stay stuck to the wall it was on when it died?
Absolutely. Well done, James. And thank you for everything that you do throughout the week.
Thank you very much. Well, that's very kind, actually, but this is the bit I think I enjoy the most, Ches. Thank you. Thanks to questions, in large part, thanks to questions like yours. 0345 6060 973. I thought the fly on the wall gag deserved a bit more, actually. But hey-ho. Richard's in Darlington. Richard, question or answer?
Yeah, hi, James. It's a question.
Carry on, Richard.
Okay, I was, a few years back, working with Harrier squadrons, fighter jet things.
Oh, yes.
And when the pilots press the button to release their ordnance, and it has to be done at a specific time, very planned, they say the word pickle.
Pickle?
And I wonder why they say the word pickle. Where did that phrase come from?
So when I'm dropping a bomb, I would say pickle?
Yes.
Pickle. Who to?
Pickle.
Pickle. Who? Boom. Who to?
Because it's all recorded, so if they're training...
Oh, I think we lost him. For the tape, then they're not saying it just to their co-pilots or to each other. They're saying it to control, or but they're just saying it, aren't they? They've got their microphone on. They're in a plane. They've dropped a bomb. They say pickle.
Yes.
At the precise moment of pushing the button.
Yes.
So you can see why they might want to be saying something at the precise moment of pushing the button in order to establish the fact that they are at that precise moment pushing the button.
Yes.
But why pickle?
Why pickle?
Why pickle?
Pickles in a barrel.
It's on the board.
I don't know.
It's on the board. Oh, pickles in a barrel. Pickle going. A pickle back. I don't even know why we're thinking out loud. It's not as if we could ever go definitive on this. Richard, thank you. If you know the answer to that question about why a pilot or a bomber dropping a bomb, releasing some ordnance, would say pickle at the precise moment of pushing the relevant button, then ring 0345 6060 973. Finbar is in Salisbury. Finbar, question or answer?
It's a question, please, James.
Are you down a well?
Hello?
Hello?
It's a question.
Carry on.
Hello, it's a question.
Okay, is it a question?
I've just come back from... It's a question.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, what?
Hello, I just come back from Malta.
Oh!
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I think
can
you might...
hear me?
Are you still in Malta? Are you in Malta?
Yes, I am. And I got bitten by mosquitoes.
Oh Lord, I think you've got a fever. Can we sort this? I think Finbar might still have his radio on in the background or something. I can only keep this up for so long. Can we try and... I think we're having some technical issues. I'm not even making that up. I promise. It sounds like a punchline, but are we having some technical issues on the phone lines? Oh. Okay, well, can we get Finbar back then? I'll see if Kavita in Guildford has a better line. Kavita, question or answer?
Question, please.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I've just got back from Malta.
Oh.
What's your question, Kavita?
Hi, James. So my question is, why do your eyes water when you drink fizzy drinks too quickly?
Is that? I mean, again, it's a bit like Alex's question about his arms getting longer. It's like you know that this happens to you. Have you ever established that it happens to other people as well?
It definitely does happen to other people. I'm pretty sure.
What, is it the bubbles making their way up your sort of eye pipes?
I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, you're on. Yeah, and it doesn't happen when you're having. If you drink a still drink too quickly, your eyes don't water.
No. It's only fizzy drinks.
You're on.
If I drink a lemonade too quickly, my eyes start watering.
Well, I never. How quickly is too quickly?
Like immediately.
Just like guzzling it down, gulping it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we shall try to find out for you, but it's taken a bit of a turn, Mystery Hour, this week. 12:30 is the time. Technical issues notwithstanding, we will be back after the very latest headlines with Amelia Cott.
Mystery Hour on LBC with James O'Brien.
3 after 12. You know what we forgot to do, don't you? We forgot to do the laugh out loud guarantee. That's always the way. Oh dear, why am I mentioning that? Well, Alder's been in touch even to say this is a particularly hilarious episode of Mystery Hour. I am wetting myself, laughing all the way out here in Grenada. Thank you, Alder. 12:33 is the time. Finbar's back from Malta.
Hi there.
Hello, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
So what happened then? Could you? What was there, an echo or something? Was there an echo or something?
No, I think when you rang back, it was perfect. I don't know what happened when I rang you. I was doing as commanded, but must be something from my phone.
Well, you live. Where were we? Apart from Malta.
Before I say that, while I was waiting, I just thought, I'm glad you didn't say it, one of the most powerful Irish music bands of the 70s were called Horselips.
Horselips,
so I'm really glad you didn't. I'm really glad you didn't say I was in a band called Horselips.
No, because that would have actually been a mistake, wouldn't it? And because there was a real band called Horselips. Yeah, crikey. God, I've got my jokes have got like terms and conditions with them now, Finbar. So you got bitten by a mosquito.
Yeah, and every time I've been to Portugal, Croatia, every time I go, I seem to be attracted to them. What I was wondering...
Well, they're attracted to... I just to clarify, I think they're attracted to you.
I think it's a mutual love, actually.
Oh, well, OK, carry on.
No, I was wondering if I actually lived in one of those countries, would they become bored with eating meat? You know, would they stop eventually, or would the diet that I take... Because I do suffer very badly.
How interesting. I mean, are you quite pale-skinned, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I mean, typical sort of redhead, freckly, Irish. Yeah.
Well, there was a clue in your name, Finbar. Wasn't
that's right. And the Horselips reference.
Because we're quite a pale family, but we don't all get feasted on by mosquitoes. I'm just thinking back to the last time we were in Greece, and one of my daughters had a particularly bad night with bites, and a lovely lady at the next table had a couple of like traditional remedies, one involving vinegar, and just giving us some advice on what she should do that night before she went to bed, which means that they certainly have that you're never going to be immune if you live there. You're not, right. But would you become less attractive to mosquitoes if you lived in a hot climate?
Yeah.
I don't know why, Finbar, but I love that question.
Thank you.
That's sensational.
I also asked you previously the question about the dead squirrel when they sent the dead squirrel pictures to you. I'm responsible for that, I'm afraid.
No, well, I still occasionally get sent pictures of dead squirrels, and on Blue Sky, and I did on the other place when I was still on it. But I do. It takes me a minute to remember why. But thank you, and dead pigeons as well for the same reason, I think. Finbar, stay safe. 12:36 is the time. Mosquitoes, watering eyes, pickles, flies on walls, horselips, borum wood, and Alex's long arm. Any of them? 0345 6060 973. Nargith is in Canning Town. Nargith.
Hi there.
Hello. Question or answer?
Question, please. I'm absolutely shaking because this is the first time I've ever called in.
Wow.
But I love your programme and I listen every day, not every day, every Thursday religiously.
Thank you. What's wrong? What do you think I'm doing all the other days?
I do
have to spoil it.
I'm obsessed with Mystery Hour. It's
right.
absolutely amazing.
So this is an appointment to listen, but the rest of the week you try to listen whenever you can.
Exactly that.
That's absolutely fine. Carry on. What's your question?
But listen, this is going to literally, I mean, I'm shaking.
Go on.
So yesterday, I'm a driving instructor, so I'm around the roads all the time in East London.
Yeah.
Teaching all these people how to drive.
Yeah.
Now, yesterday, and while I'm teaching them, sometimes I get a bit distracted, so I'm looking at beautiful trees and the nature and all of that.
Oh, you need to watch that. You need to watch that. What if they drive into a lamppost or something? You've got the emergency brake.
I've got peripheral vision. I'm
well
really
done.
good at this.
All right,
I've got experience.
Yeah.
Okay. I spotted bright pink fuchsia coloured pigeons.
Shut up. Whereabouts?
No, seriously. In Canning Town.
Canning Town?
I just Google mapped it right now. Yes. So Prince Regent Lane was the exact spot. There was 2 of them on one lamppost. I've sent your person that I spoke to before
Eleanor.
the pictures and videos. They don't do justice to the beautifulness of them. They were bright pink.
I can see them now. I can see.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not a drill. There are
It's
2
not.
bright pink pigeons on a lamppost in Canning Town. Sounds like a George Formby song.
And I was just in awe. I had to get the girl to stop, pull over, and I was like, I need to get out and start recording this because this is something extraordinary. Now, I don't know where they've come from. What are they? Has someone just gone around spray painting them? Because that was my first...
Well, no, it would be.
But they're so beautifully coloured, it's impossible. With my naked eye, I could see it better.
I mean, there are 2... there are several possibilities here. One of which is that you're hoaxing me with these pictures and you've somehow... you've somehow photoshopped them or something like that. But
No,
I mean, you'd have to be extremely good at it, I think, in order for that to have happened.
It is absolutely crazy. These are raw footages.
Raw footages? That was the name of my first band.
Yeah.
They're definitely not parrots.
No. I zoomed in. I'll try and send more pictures on the WhatsApp link that I've got.
Can you try and do that? And I'll post them up on my Blue Sky so everyone else can see them as well.
Yes, because I've actually got quite a few. And
well, send us the best ones.
I don't even know what to say. They were just absolutely amazing.
They are. I mean, did you say fuchsia, didn't you?
Yes.
Fuchsia pigeons. I'm going with pink because I like alliterations. Did you ever see a pigeon that is pink? Think. Did you ever see a pigeon that is pink? Well, now you've seen the pink pigeons. You've seen the pink pigeons. Was the whole pigeon pink?
Crazy.
The whole pigeon was pink. It wasn't just a bit of pink plumage on the pink pigeon.
No, it was fully pink, and it was pinker than a flamingo pink.
Pinker than a flamingo pink. And was it all over pink, or did it get pinker?
If you saw, if you see the pictures, there's also 2 other pigeons in between each pink one.
I know.
So
I'm looking at them now. There's a grey pigeon and a pink pigeon and a grey pigeon and then another pink pigeon.
Yes. I mean, I've seen parakeets as well, and I've taken pictures of them, but they're a bit more, they're starting to get more common.
10 a penny round my way.
Anyway.
10 a penny round my way, the parakeets. I mean, seriously.
There's quite a few.
There's loads of them.
But this was a pink pigeon. I was literally shaking, like, what is this? This is stunning. And honestly, it's made my week.
Well, I can see why. And the sooner you get us the pictures, the sooner I'll get them up on the board.
I thought, do you know what? I'm going to call you, show you, and see if I can get online.
And you did?
Show the world, because this is an absolute rare beauty. I believe it's rare because I'm always looking and I never see a pink one.
Well, I've never seen a pink one, except in your pictures. Well, this is extraordinary. James tells me there's been one spotted in Darlington as well. I mean, other people were in Canning Town yesterday, so it might be some sort of festival or celebration, but I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it before. Right, we'll find out for you.
I just want to know where it's come from. What is it doing in Canning Town? That would be a good one.
Absolutely, the pink
we'll
pigeons.
We'll have to ask the pigeon.
We'll get the pictures up. Are you in the middle of a lesson at the moment? Is there someone driving?
No, I'm running late to my next one, but I gave you priority, James.
Well, take care and make sure you concentrate fully on your next client. Thank you, Nargith. What a lovely question. What a lovely laugh as well. It's 12:41, and the pink pigeons. Are we going to be able to get them up during the next little break, or get them up before then? We shall. Oh my days! Look who's on the line. Keith, we should have a sound effect for this. Professor Howell, where have you been?
James, my dear chap.
Where have you been?
I'm right here. Well, I've been bumping around and finding gainful employment.
Are you okay?
What a pleasure.
Yeah, I get asked more about you than probably any other caller. Where's Professor Howell, they say? And I don't know is often my response. I mean, we're still mates on Facebook, so I've got a fair idea of what you've been up to and where you've been bumping around, but you haven't had time for us, which is absolutely fine, but we have missed you.
Well, we're putting it right today, aren't we?
Let's go. Question or answer?
I thought I'd comment on the fizzy drinks making your eyes water one.
Oh, yes.
This is 90% fact and maybe 10% theory. But anyway, whatever. The gas that makes sparkling drinks sparkling is carbon dioxide.
Yes.
And if that dissolves in water, it makes carbonic acid. And that's how we carry carbon dioxide around our bodies. So pressurised carbon dioxide going through your eustachian tubes will temporarily drop the pH.
Going through your what?
Eustachian tube.
Is that the correct term for eye pipes?
It's the one which goes from your throat up towards your tear duct.
Yeah, I called them eye pipes earlier, I believe, which is actually correct term, but not the correct term.
Okay, let's run with eye pipes then.
Yeah, it goes up your eye pipes.
Yeah, and temporarily makes your tears more acidic, and then your body attempts to readjust the pH by pumping more tears. It's the same with when you're slicing onions. You get a sulfur compound that makes your tears into a lacrimator. Like
wow.
So I think that's the answer. It's the CO2 dissolving to make it more acidic, so your body pumps more water.
Kavita probably didn't even dare to dream of getting such an academically enhanced answer. That's a thing of beauty, isn't it?
It's the appliance of science.
It's the appliance of science. Qualifications, Professor Howell?
Hitherto, I was Professor of Public Understanding at the University of Brighton, but now I'm a visiting professor at a rather more shy institution who shall remain nameless.
God knows. You've come on Mystery Hour and left us with an even bigger mystery than the one you solved.
Where does Professor Howell work?
Where does Professor Howell work? Round of applause for Professor Howell, please. Any idea how many that would be now?
I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Each one is as good as the last.
That's the spirit. Don't leave it so long next time, mate.
All right, thanks for having me.
Hey, you take care. See you soon, I hope. It's 12:44. You're listening to Mystery Hour with James O'Brien on LBC. It wasn't a flamingo, it was a pigeon. I have seen the pictures, and I am endeavouring to embrace the technology that is necessary for me to share the pictures with you before we return after this.
Mystery Hour on LBC with James O'Brien.
12:47, you're listening to James O'Brien on LBC, where Mystery Hour continues. We are turning the pink pigeons of Canning Town into an actual news story. The web team are working on it as we speak, I hope, but that doesn't help me see them. Why is that? Why should I not have said that? Oh, well, they might not do. They might not. Nargith has very generously shared her pictures, but there is quite a lot of news around at the moment. But if you know the provenance, the origins of the pink pigeons of Canning Town, then you can ring into Mystery Hour and possibly win a Mystery Hour ball game, although you'd have to do well to get ahead of Finbar and Nargith so far, and others, including Alex, who is actually taking a trivia-based comedy show to the Edinburgh Festival later this summer. If you want to get yourself along to that, then I've just shared a link on my Blue Sky page. Alex Love, how to win a pub quiz. Going up to Edinburgh later. Anyway, quickly, get on with it. Bruce is in Peterlee in Yorkshire. Bruce, question or answer?
It's an answer, James.
Carry on, Bruce.
The pickle for the Bombers.
Oh, yes.
Right. I should point out that my missus deserves all the credit for this answer.
Okay.
So, but she won't phone in.
Oh.
Right. So they had the US Air Force had a thing called the pickle switch. And what it was transfer system to switch quickly between guns and bombs.
Right.
And the inventor bragged that he could drop a bomb in a pickle jar from 20,000 feet.
So you have to announce when you're pressing the button. And pickle would be
basically we're switching to bombs now. I've hit the pickle switch.
Yeah. Okay, I like qualifications for your wife.
Qualifications for my better half is that her father was in Bomber Command during the end of the Second World War and worked very closely with the US Air Force.
That's pretty strong. Round of applause for Bruce, I think.
It?
Well played, mate. And please be sure to pass that.
Round of applause for Kirsty.
Please, yes, I was going to say, you'd be sure to pass it on to Kirsty. Thank you very much indeed. I like that one. That's a nice one. 12:49 is the time. David is in Norwich. David, question or answer?
Answer for you, James. It's about the names on the back of football shirts.
Oh, yes.
Now, the situation was, I think it came in about 94 that names became on the back of a football shirt for identification for TV and everything like that.
Right.
And also to make a large amount of money because kids want the names on the back of the shirts.
Not just kids, mate.
It was, indeed. It was about 10 years or so after that. I think the rules were changed, at least in the UK, where you could have another name, possibly a nickname or a first name on, which, tell you what, made a hell of a deal if you were printing up the former Hartlepool and Middlesbrough goalkeeper, Dimi Konstantopoulos' surname, where you went from having Konstantopoulos, which went all the way round the numbers, to just having Gimme across the back.
Well, because you pay per letter at most clubs, do you?
At some clubs, you used to. But not the case anymore, as far as I know.
Guys, bad news for Vennegoor of Hesselink fans.
Or just in Barnwell, Edinburgh. Barnwell, Edinburgh went really well. It actually reached down to the bottom of the numbers.
That's amazing.
Going round in the curve.
Well, so does Vennegoor of Hesselink. I can't remember who he plays for, but I read an article about where his name comes from.
Really?
Yeah. Is he Dutch? Vennegoor of Hesselink.
Yeah, he is.
Qualifications?
Used to be a kit man.
Did you? Who for?
Friends who, a football league club who just aren't even worth talking about, mate.
Was it owned by a well-known chef?
No.
Oh, so it wasn't your local club then?
No, nothing to do with them. I have no time for them at all. So.
No, down with them. Why won't you tell me which club it was? You don't have to. I'm stumbling into something here. I'm getting out quick. Give him a round of applause.
That's not.
No, is that what? With that and Professor Hal, everything's turning into a mystery. It's a mystery of mysteries. Mystery. Ollie's in Bramley. Question or answer, Ollie?
I've got an answer for you, James. After all these years, I've got an answer.
Yes. Carry on.
Brilliant. So it's for the fly on the wall.
Oh, yes.
Now, bear with me. You know Spider-Man?
Not personally.
Oh, I thought you would.
Look, it's not like that with celebrities, mate. We don't all hang out with each other at the weekends and stuff like that. I know a lot of civilians think that's how it works, but I've never even been round Spider-Man's. Well, yeah, of course I get Spider-Man.
Yeah, so your secret's safe for me, mate.
Yeah,
so, I was looking into it a few years ago because I started wondering how does Spider-Man stick to walls?
Yeah.
And then found out that with with Tobey Maguire grows those tiny hairs in his fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So spiders have them too.
Yeah.
And it's similar in other insects of similar kind of build.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not that there's like a
sticky
secretion or something like that. Yeah. Nothing sticky. It's even though they stick, but yeah, it's an electrostatic charge which is created from those hairs between the creature and a dry surface. So where it comes to gets the question of the fly sticking to a wall if it's still alive, where the muscles eventually relax if it's on a dry surface, then that tension, that charge is then lost because the muscles relax in the legs. Yes, but then, so you think of it, you probably, you're a very clean fellow, I imagine, but you see with curtains, you might get a fly kind of stuck to your curtain.
Because it's gone both ways.
It's still hanging on.
So how, on a nice, clean, flat wall, which is what Ches was envisioning in his question, how long do we reckon?
I think it's a case of once sort of like rigor mortis, that kind of thing starts to set in for the fly.
So we're not going to be able to put a date on it. Ches wants numbers, mate. I'll tell you that for nothing. He wants numbers. 6 hours, a day and a half, 3 years.
I think it's within a rough. I'd imagine about an hour or so, because they're only small things and. Yeah, the long for the floor.
All right, that'll do. Qualifications, watched Spider-Man and did some research.
I'm a writer in a sense, and I was looking into it for my own evil doings.
Well played, mate. So. Round of applause for Ollie.
Thank
you. Dave's in Kemsing. Dave, question or answer?
It's an answer, please, James.
Carry on, Dave.
Pink pigeons.
Pink pigeons. Did you ever see a pigeon that is pink?
I have. Actually.
Oh, carry on.
It was called...
Dave.
John? You lost me, Fred, then.
That's all right.
Fred, it was called.
Fred. Oh, Fred, you lost me.
Pink pigeons, they're deliberately dyed. I'm not sure, I've not seen the ones in Canning Town, but it's all part of this gender reveal fad.
Is it?
Yes. And I know this. My daughter-in-law works for an events and wedding planning company, and they've been asked to do it a couple of times.
Wow.
And so she said that they use, because I quickly spoke to her, they use a water-based vegetable dye, which is harmless, but I don't... Your producer sort of said about whether it's ethical or not, but...
Yeah. I bet she did.
I'm
I
not
think the
sure.
RSPCA are a bit worried about it, actually.
I think, as I say, it's one of those that...
But there's been a gender reveal in Canning Town. So someone opened a box and 2 pink pigeons flew out, and that announced to everybody present that they were having a little girl.
That's it. And normally, obviously, they retrieve them and everything else, but obviously, now and again, they might fly off in the wrong direction. And
pigeons are quite likely to. I mean, this is quite weird. Did they catch a pigeon? Did they catch a pigeon?
No, they're normally sort of like the doves and things like that they use. So they're quite sort of
fancy,
domesticated. Or
but these two
friendly,
got away.
So they don't normally go far, but sometimes, as I say, in that case,
absolutely fascinating. There it is. Qualifications? I know you've told us, but tell us again.
Yeah, the daughter-in-law works for an events and wedding planning, and she said it's sort of something that's creeping up. People finding new ways to gender reveal rather than using balloons or smoke or whatever they used to use.
Who knows, eh? God, blimey.
Yeah.
Have a round of applause, Dave. I love that. Hey, as well, give my regards to Fred as well next time you see him.
I will do.
Thank you, Dave. Cheers, mate. Doug's in Brighton. Doug, question or answer?
It's an answer, James.
Carry on, Doug.
Okay, it's on the subject of Finbar being dish of the day for mosquitoes.
Carry on.
They won't lose appetite to eat him. They will continue to find him very, very tasty. However, over time, he may think that they've lost appetite for him. Because when a mosquito bites you, it injects an anticoagulant, which makes the blood flow up its proboscis quicker without clotting. And it's the anticoagulant that your body produces a histamine reaction against, which gives you the itchy bite. Now, the longer you're in a country where you're being bitten by mosquitoes, sooner or later your body will become tolerant to that particular anticoagulant, and your histamine reaction to it will get less and less and less.
So the bite the bite will just have a less violent reaction to the bite. There won't be a reduction in the number of bites. What a perfect answer.
So Finbar will continue to be munched, but he just won't notice it.
I love this. Qualifications?
I studied paleoentomology when I was at university, and we spoke about maggots last week.
I remember. You're becoming a regular, Doug. We like that. Have a round of applause.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Raymond's in Boreham Wood. Question or answer, Raymond?
Sadly, it's an answer.
Well, sadly, we love answers. We're here for answers. Life is answers.
Exactly.
And also questions. Exactly. Go on. Well, I can guess which one it is. Is it the one about Boreham Wood, Raymond in Boreham Wood?
How did you guess?
I don't know. I'm clever like that. Go on. What have you got?
You virtually got the answer yourself before.
Did I?
Boreham Wood Football Club was founded in 1948, same year as I was founded.
Gosh.
And back in those days, it was known by two separate words. It was Boreham Wood, known to the locals as Boreham Stiff.
Yes.
However, the club itself was just known as the Wood. When I moved into Boreham Wood about 30 years ago, it was still, a lot of the older people there still called it by two separate words.
Yes.
But the railway station is actually all one word, and people just started writing it as all one word.
Do we know whether that was a mistake made by British Rail, or...
We don't know, because interestingly enough...
Great story. Go on.
Elstree Film Studios is not in Elstree, it's in Boreham Wood.
I did know that, actually.
But the railway station is called Elstree and Boreham Wood.
Yes.
And in fact, a few years ago, about 10, 15 years ago, the council actually got fed up with this and decided they wanted to call the whole town Elstree, but the posh people in Elstree didn't like that, so they talked about calling it Elstree North and Elstree South.
Right.
But then they just gave up and they said, "Oh, sorry, we'll be Boreham Wood."
I think we'll let that pass. Did it join together immediately, or did the two words get closer and closer over a period of time?
Well, when I first moved in there, I used to write it as two separate words.
Well, I never.
But over the years, people have just got into the habit of writing it all as one word and saying it.
Perfect
we all
answer.
say it as Boreham Wood.
Boreham Wood?
Yeah.
Boreham Stiff. Qualifications? I lived there for 30 years.
Good enough.
Round of applause for Raymond at Boreham Wood. It's very hard to pick a favourite this week, isn't it? I mean, Nargith. I'll give it to Nargith, all right? The pink pigeon lady of Canning Town. It is nearly 1 o'clock. That's it. Is that the best Mystery Hour ever?
Mystery Hour on LBC with James O'Brien.